a train a-comin'. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All right, folks, we are here. It is Monday. Let's get this out of the way. If you've got somebody that we can get to listen and they need to listen on the listen line, it's 401-283-6754. That's 401-283-6754. And then have them press 1 for channel 1. Once again, I want to thank Leading Edge Radio for making it possible for us to meet like this. I want to thank Alden Bennett for producing the program and getting it up and out to you. And if you want to get a message to me, we hope pretty soon to be able to take calls, but right now, just to make things smooth, you'll need to text me at 440-897-0611, 440-897-0611 with a question or comment or statement. I have trouble breathing because of the situation I'm in medically. But I wonder if y'all are having trouble or feeling like you're having trouble breathing. Right before I came on, Carol Chapline called me and she said that Susan Rice, when speaking at a college, Florida International University, whatever that is, she made a comment that there were too many whites on whatever panel or whatever board. She literally said and that's the problem, there are too many whites. Too many whites. Now, guys, if we were out speaking public at some event like that and dared to say that there were too many blacks on our police force or too many blacks managing the grocery stores or whatever, we would be written up, probably prosecuted for hate speech. Too many whites. And we wonder why. We just wonder why there is, see, I got this from Greg, too many whites in the intelligence community. Yeah, too many whites. I swear. I get so tired, so bloody tired of every time I turn around. Obama, this culture that's in control of the country now, this culture, I guess you'd call it a culture, is just in a full assault on the average American white person, as if we had committed great sin against the world. Great sin against the world. Obama is over in Vietnam, granting them full ability to purchase weapons, military weapons, from us. First time in 50 years. Yes, Greg at Leading Edge said Susan Rice is a Muslim. Yes, she is. Black Muslim, female. I mean, she hits all the good points, right? The only thing she's not is a black Muslim female Mexican. Then she would really be safe. But, and then let's see, I got a message here. Hope Trump will prevent white declining as a percentage of the population. I don't know that he'll be able to do much about that, but I hope he at least engenders some pride in being a white American. You know, guys, listen to me. And I guess, what's her name? Attorney General, she might just have to prosecute me for saying this. But I'm a proud white American man. Proud to be white. Proud to be an American. I don't owe an apology to Vietnam. I don't. I don't owe an apology to Iraq, Afghanistan, the Middle East. I don't. They don't mean nothing to me. Nothing. I'll tell you something else. I don't owe an apology to all the illegal Mexicans and Muslims that have infiltrated this country, trying to tear it down. I don't owe them an apology. And I don't owe them an apology for saying you need to get your bobos back home where you belong, back in the country you came from. And you know what? If it's bad, if it's a hell on earth, then go back there and fix it. But don't come here and destroy ours. Don't do it. But that's their goal. That is their goal. The other day, the legislation that was passed, but then backed up, Schumer's legislation, you know, where he went, and then all of a sudden, the big scandal, the Republicans retracted their votes. The one I told you about, and how Schumer and everybody got all mad. You know what that was about? That was about HUD. Well, now, what was HUD about? Well, you see, Obama has come up with this plan that in affluent neighborhoods, affluent, clean, average neighborhoods, affluent to just average neighborhoods, guess what? They're going to have to go and get people from inner cities and basically give them houses in these neighborhoods, in your neighborhood. How do you like that? Look, I don't mind black people living in this neighborhood. Across the street from me, wonderful lady. She takes care of me. I take care of her. She's a terrific lady, her and her children. Wonderful. But I don't think she'll appreciate it when Obama goes and finds his rioting Black Lives Matter, protesting blacks from the inner city and moves them in a house in our neighborhood. What about you? Do you think that'll be good for your neighborhood? Do you think that'll be good for your property value? Do you? Is that what we've come to? How many times have we gone and spent millions and millions of dollars in inner cities throughout this country? Millions of dollars. And built these apartment complexes, nice and with all the amenities, because we felt bad. We felt bad that they had to live in the ghettos and the slums. That's terrible, living there. I don't live there, but it must be. So we built apartment complexes and houses And then in a couple to 3 years, you know what happens, folks? They're destroyed. They look like a war had gone on. Oh, by the way, when they move these inner city protesting types in, the Al Sharpton type followers, when they move them into your neighborhood, get ready, because with them will come the crime. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. But we, the white people, we're the problem. We are the problem. I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of seeing our country destroyed right in front of us. Today, in case you didn't hear about it, Washington, D.C. The D.C. police came in and arrested somebody at a store. I'm probably botching the story a little bit, but the point of it's pretty obvious. They arrested a security person at a store because there was one of these transvestite, queer bait, male, female, whatever things they are, that was trying to go in one of the women's bathroom, and they stopped them. They called the police, and guess what? The police arrested the security guard. Welcome to America 2016. I guess I don't need to get well and be a security guard because I would be in trouble for sure. And I can assure you, I'll be in trouble the day my granddaughter goes in the restroom and I see some man pretending to be whatever he's pretending to be to go into that restroom. I don't think you want to be around when I see that man. And I don't care what he's got on, and I don't care what he pretends to be. And to protect my granddaughter, and matter of fact, to protect any of you, if I were in a store and anyone's granddaughter goes into the restroom, and after that baby goes into the restroom, I see one of these things go trotting in behind it, you might as well go ahead and write me in jail because that's where I will be. That is where I will be. Either we start standing up, either we start claiming back the rights granted to all of us and stop this constant giving in, constant giving in. Well, I got this 6,500 plus, impressive for a Monday, says Greg with Leading Edge. Yes, it is, Greg. That's exciting. Folks, we have 6,500 plus listening right now. Terrific. We're on our way to 10,000. 10,000 is where we got to be to fight. 10,000 is where we will be to fight. And I'm going to tell you all, when we start clearing our throats, and when we start raising our voices, they're going to hear us. This time, they will hear us. And this time, we're going to take advantage of the last time we will have the power that we possess. This will be the last time, and we better use it wisely. Now, I just got a word from Alden. It's almost time for the first commercial. Folks, today is the magic $800 day. I will tell you this. I feel good. Now, why do I feel good? I mean, even I asked the doctors, why am I feeling so much better? And it's because I've been on the constant schedule with the treatments. So much so that if I can make it another couple of weeks and maintain the health that I'm at now, guess what, folks? They think we can cut back some, maybe, hopefully. Today is $800. I need y'all, if you will, help me. I'm going to tell you a story that happened Friday. This is a part of the commercial, but it's not. You know, Friday is the day where I have to get enough to cover for the weekend. I was in the car, got the mail on the way to the hospital. We had gotten in $736 between this program and what had come in from Alex's show before that. $500 short of what I had to have, but I had enough to go in to the hospital. I get 3 pieces of mail, 3. 2 of them were just junk things, and then one of them was this thing looked like a card, you know, like a birthday card, Christmas card, envelope, but it was just blank. No return address, nothing. I was actually talking on the phone at that moment in time. I told the person I was talking to, that's strange, got that, and I threw it, and the person I was talking to said, well, you better look at it. Well, I picked it up, threw it back down again. Then I thought, no, I'll open it. And I opened it, and inside, I think it was pink. I'm somewhat colorblind. I'm mostly colorblind. It was a pink card, but it had nothing on it. It didn't say happy birthday. It didn't say Merry Christmas. It didn't say nothing. It was just a blank card. It said, thank you. Thank you. Well, I threw it down again because it just looked like a single sheet. But I felt funny. So I kind of picked it up again. And when I picked it up again, it was thicker than just a thing. So I pulled and pried and opened it up. And there, inside of it, was some aluminum foil wrapped up. And folks, I opened up that aluminum foil, and you know what was in it? 4 $100 bills and 2 50s. Guys, $500 right there. You know, if you don't believe in miracles, you don't need to listen to this program. If you don't believe God's hand is in here with us, you're not really looking. And thank goodness today already, Anthony has kicked it off with $5. So folks, are $795 away. Still don't know who sent it. If one of you out there sent that, you could sure text me and let me just say thank you to you. And it's not important that I know, but it sure was something. I got a text here. Miss Carla, thank God you got the money. Yes, Carla, thank God. And thank you for all you've done to help all along the way. I promise you, folks, we've got a job to do. And I believe there's a hand touching us far beyond that of anything we could do. And I'd like to think, now, don't get me all wrong here. I'm not, trying to be big religion kind of thing. But I've thought about that 500 over and over and over. And I think about that thank you on that envelope. And I know it came from somebody. But I'd like to think that I'd like to think that was from God. I really would. And although we should be saying, or certainly I should be saying to him, thank you, I'd like to believe maybe he was saying thanks to us, to all of you, including me, for dedicating ourselves to standing up for the greatest nation in the history of the world. Greatest nation. And he gave it to us. He gave it to us to keep. I got this from Miss Carla. You're welcome, Larry. We love you very much. Thank you, Carla. Thank you so much. $795 away. And we have a war to wage, a job to do. And again, I say, when it comes Monday, 23rd or whatever of May, 2016, and I hear of too many whites on the Intelligence Committee, and I hear of a security guard being arrested for stopping a trans whatever from going in a ladies' restroom. I realize we've got to stand up, because if you don't see it, it's slipping away. And then to realize that we were just a handful of votes away from HUD having a law making communities diminish the value of property in neighborhoods, just in the interest of making Obama look like he's some kind of leader of the black plight, the fight the black man's having. And then today, the 23rd, the judge on that, whatever his name was, Gray, the guy that they arrested and then he died, one of the police officers of this 5 or 6, he goes before a judge and he's found innocent on all counts in Baltimore. And you know the pressure was on that judge. The pressure wasn't on that judge to find him innocent. The pressure was on that judge to find him guilty. But the evidence must have been so overwhelming that the judge just couldn't. And so he found the police officer innocent of all charges. That's the world we live in. That's the world we're headed knee deep into, unless we clear our throats, gather our forces to 10,000, and then in and around the first or second week of June, we make our voices heard. We make our voices heard. Look, this is it. There won't be another time. There won't be. I've told you as best I can. I got this from Carol. Freddie Gray. Yes, Freddie Gray. Thank you, Carol. That was the guy that died, and then they're trying to convict the police officers. And of course, the Black Lives Matter crowd are outright, shouting, well, they want justice. When do they want it? Now. That's not what they really want. They want pigs burnt, dead. Pigs rolled up in blankets. That's what they want. When do they want them dead? Now. That's what they want. This is the last time And I don't know how to say this any other way, but this is the last time you and I will ever again have the power to save our country from rotting in hell. This is it. This is it now. And if some of you wonder, can you prove, Larry, that we have the power? Think about the vote last week when that handful of Republicans changed their vote at the last minute on that HUD bill. Think about that. I'll get to that in a second. Greg sent me a message here. He said the Bible tells us that those who bless us, tells us that those who bless us, the Bible tells us that those who bless us, comma, God will bless them. Those who curse you or us, oops, my thing went off. Those who curse you or us will be cursed. It's the word of God. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I have one more message. Larry, did I hear correctly that the HUD law did not pass? Thanks, Tony. Yes, the HUD law did not pass. And that's the proof for any of you that wonder if we still have a chance, this last chance. The reason the HUD law did not pass the Senate was because, and there was quite a to-do over it, a handful of Republicans who apparently, I can't swear to this, but had apparently voted for it at the last minute, were gathered up and changed their vote against it. Now, they were real courageous. They didn't walk up and proudly vote it down. No, sir. They did it in a vote where they were able to stay in their seat and just cast a silent vote. But at least it got stopped for the time being. For the time being. But it's coming back. It's coming back. But there should be, for any of you that want proof, there you should have it. You see, what made those Republican, that handful of Republican senators change their vote? It was this election. It was this election. And you see, they were not concerned about your neighborhood or mine. They were concerned about their job. And in the race, apparently races they're in, they saw that if it got out about this HUD thing, whoa, that could cause them to lose their job. There's the power you seek. That is the power you, every one of you listening to me right now, possess. You possess it right now. And from now until November, that's the power we have got to use to save our nation. Does everybody understand that? Have I been clear in explaining this? Please let me know. Please let me know. It's very important that you understand what we're doing, why we're doing it. That should be somewhat obvious. We're trying to save our country. But what we're doing, this is what we're doing. We're using the power that we will possess one more time, just once, just one more time, if we get it. We'll use this power this last time. And we will try and protect the future for every American living today and to be born into this world. That's how big the stakes are. This has to do with every one of you, all of your children, all of your grandchildren, all of your future children and future grandchildren and your grandchildren's grandchildren. That's how big this is. That's how big this is, this battle that we're in. I hope you understand this. Dear God, can you tell me? Somebody text me. Somebody tell me you get it. Tell me you understand this. This is not some game. This is not entertainment. I'm not here trying to razzle dazzle you. I'm not trying to talk you into anything. I'm trying to make you see this is it. And that, of course, is assuming that Obama don't use these 5 or 6 police officers going before the judge over that Freddie Gray thing and get his riot out of that he can shut us down with and there'll be no election. That's assuming all of these refugee Muslims coming in. They want to come and blow us to bits and cut our heads off and cut our babies' heads off. That's assuming they don't rally and get a victory for them. Then Obama gets to declare FEMA and martial law, and there'll be no election, and he's king. Oh my God. Do you get it? Do you see it? This is from Tony. He said, I think those of us who have listened to you for a while totally get it. Tony. Thank you, Tony. Here's the listener. I get it. That is why I listen. Pray for you and send what I can when I can. Thank you. This is it, y'all. This is it. This is it. One day, sooner than later now, one day, sooner than later now, you're going to see the manifestation of the economy and the banking, and you're going to be stripped of every cent you have one day, sooner than later. Whoops, I've skipped the time for my commercial. Folks, we've got $5 towards the 800. I have to go in 1 hour after this program. So can you please help? Go to PayPal or go to the Facebook. Go to Larry Nichols, Conway, Arkansas. Go to the Facebook, and there's a yellow button. And if you don't have PayPal, if you just got a debit card, punch that button. Use that button, and it will work. We've done it. It works. Please go. Help. Help me, please. Time is critical. Time is critical. This is a message here. It says, I took them over 100 years. It took them over 100 years to do this. People that think this is just another bump in the road for America are wrong. This is their end game. There will be no bouncing back if they take it. Mary. Yes, Mary, you are exactly right. And then this from a listener. I get it. It's our last chance or forever slavery by the Illuminati. Call them whatever you want, Illuminati, pig's eye, I don't care what you call them. when we lose it, it ain't gonna matter who it is that rules it. It won't be us. So please, somebody hit PayPal, please. NicholsLive@AOL.com. NicholsLive@AOL.com. Or go to Facebook, Larry Nichols, Conway, Arkansas, and punch that yellow button, please. I have to raise $795, and I've got 25 minutes to do it. And although I was blessed with a Miracle Friday, I cannot take the chance that it would be here today. Please, y'all, help. Pretty soon you're going to have a situation. It's going to be all over you. Do you hear me? It's going to be all over you. And when the banks start stumbling, it won't be said just like I've said it to you. No, they'll come up with all kinds of ways to say it. They will try to stop any panic. So they'll come up with something. You can trust that. They'll come up with something. And if you wonder what they could come up with, let me give you an example. 2008, why did we have to do the great bailout? Because if we didn't, my God, the whole economy would fail and we would go to fault on the payments of our debts as a nation, and the country would collapse, and it would collapse, and it'd be thrown into a depression and worse. Remember that? They'll do it again. They will do it again. And they will make it sound like, to most of the people out there, they'll make it sound like it's just a logical thing that has to be done to protect you, to protect us. So therefore, the big old banks have gone out, they've over leveraged themselves, they've gotten themselves in trouble again, like they did in 2008 with the real estate bubble. And so here's what the government has just got to do. The government is going to have to step in on behalf of the American citizens in the interest of protecting our way of life. They're going to have to step in and literally, for a period of time, take control of the banks, the major banks. And we're going to be told not to worry. It will not be permanent, although it will be. And just don't worry, because they have it under control. What are you going to do when that happens? How are you going to go to your neighbors then? Your neighbors are going to say, well, Obama's doing the best he can do, or they had no choice. I mean, it's going to look so logical. I know some of you saying, well, there's no way they can make that look logical. Oh, let's see. How did they pass Obamacare? It was a total lie. Even Obama, 3 years later, admitted that it was all a lie. When he said you could keep your doctor, he knew you could not. When he said your health care would not go up, your costs would not go up, he lied. He knows it. He knew it. He said he knew it, that it would go up. Let me tell you what happens. November the 16th of this year. November the 16th of this year. Thank you. Mary sent $5. We're 790 away. Thank you, Mary. Anthony, thank you both so much. Do y'all have any idea what happened this 15th, 16th of November this year? How about your health care going up anywhere from minimally 50% to 200%? Your insurance. Health insurance cost November the 15th or the 16th. The jig will be up. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. Look it up yourself. Look it up yourself. Now, that's after the election, of course. That's after the election. And your health insurance is going to go up minimally 50%. Probably, I'm going to bet 200%. Got this message. Is it only the big banks or all banks involved in the nationalization and confiscation? Listener, it will be started by the big banks, but all banks will have to fall in line. There are very few truly independent local banks today. They're all connected to the Federal Reserve and or through correspondent banks to the biggies. They all are. So what happens to the big ones? What happened in a bank near you? And it's coming sooner than later. And when they tell you, your neighbors, that that can't happen, remind them of health care. Oh, I got another one. What about the Iranian deal? Huh? We find out from the guy that actually put the thing together or wrote the thing that wrote the stuff to tell us, whatever that guy's name was. It was all a lie. They lied. They admit it now. They lied so they could get it past the American people. Do you not think they will come up with a lie to pacify the American people? And oh my God, don't think they're not noticing what I'm noticing. Please don't think they're not seeing what I see. Here's one. Was the big bank like the Federal Reserve behind killing JFK? Lord, I have no idea. That's out of I have no idea, listener. That's so far out of what I know that I don't even deal with it. Think about this. They know what I know. You know it too, because we've talked about it right here. But don't think they don't pay attention to it like I do. You know what that is? Do any of y'all know what it is that they're watching closely? Which is part of what they know to be able to pull off when this comes down, when our financial world comes down, how they're going to play it. Do you not know? Let me tell you what I've told y'all over and over and over. Fully half of the people that have voted in this primary thus far have voted for either an announced socialist or a progressive, which most people now acknowledge that to be some form of a communist in Hillary. Over half the people that have voted. Why is that important? You might wonder. Why do I watch that? Why does that scare me? Let me tell you why. It has to do with the sales job to convince us that the banks having to be taken over by the government is a good thing. It's not a bad thing, so don't worry about it. Go on to bed tonight and don't worry. We had to take over all the financial institutions. We had to nationalize the banks, but don't worry about it. It was a good thing. How is that a good thing? Well, because they know over half the people that have voted in this primary, all you got to do is say, look, folks, by nationalizing these banks, we're going to be able to divide up the money and make sure everybody gets some of it instead of these handful of people just getting rich and everybody else being poor. Oh, Lordy. Will that be sweet music to the ear of all of these thousands of people showing up at Bernie Sanders rallies. Won't that be sweet music? Won't that be sweet music to the blacks that are out there? The Al Sharpton, Barack the Black, Muslim, President Obama. Won't that be music to their ears? Oh, well, we're all going to take that money away from these people that got it. And you know what? That house that you're living in that neighborhood, that y'all try to keep your neighborhood in good shape and the property values up, boy, that's going to be really nice on you, isn't it? When some ghetto blaster comes moving in next door and gets their house for free and they still won't take care of it. They still won't take care of it, and they're going to drive the value of your property and your neighborhood into the sewer with them. All right, it's time for the last commercial. I've got 14 minutes. We've gotten the sum total of $10. $10. Please hear me. I believe, and I could be wrong, and maybe y'all are telling me I'm wrong, but I believe that I've got a significant role that I got to play in trying to help save this country. I think I do. I'm not trying to over imagine myself to be something big and special. But there are things I know, and there's things I'll have to be able to do against Hillary to stop her. I can't do it. If I miss the treatment today, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm asking you one last time today, dear God in heaven, if you're out there, I need y'all to go to PayPal. We've got a lot to do in 13 minutes, a lot. A lot of money to raise in 13 minutes. I don't know how to do it any other way. I don't know how to do it no other way than to ask you for help. Are you out there at all? There are only two people out there that can help. Got this from a listener. Please match us with a few dollars, everyone. Just a few from everyone will do it. That is so true, Mayor. So true. I feel so defeated when this time of the program comes. 12 minutes to go. I feel so down. Because I know what we've got to do. I know what the battle requires. I know what this is going to be like. You don't, I do. I know what it's going to require. Don't give up on me. I know I'm not worth much. I know that. But I can do what I came to do. I can't. I can't do without your help. Somebody please ding that PayPal thing fast. Please. Let me know it matters. It's our last chance. Last chance to save the country. Last chance to save the neighborhoods. The last chance, I hate to say it, to defend our right, those of us that are white, our right to be white. Robert sent 20. Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much, buddy. It's our last chance. Can you believe we're sitting here saying this? This is our last chance to defend our right to say that I am a white Christian American citizen, heterosexual, normal. Can you believe it? It's our last time to say that. No, we can't let this go like this. Dixie sent 100. Thank you, Dixie. Bless your heart, baby. Thank you so much. Now, let's see, we were 790, 770. We're $670 away, please. 670. You know, I just thought of that. I just thought of that. I can't believe I'm saying this. The last time we're going to be able, if we don't win, to say we are white, middle class, average American citizens, heterosexual American citizens, just what used to be normal. We're not going to be able to be proud of anymore. Mexicans have their heritage. Muslims have their heritage. The African Americans have their heritage, albeit they've never even been in Africa. We don't have a right to our heritage. Our heritage is being stripped away. And by the way, I was informed by Carol earlier this morning as well that Jordan now has had a population shift in that country, Jordan, and there's some 30% population is Syrian. They have moved in and they're taking over Jordan. It's like they're moving in trying to take over here. We've got a real plague spreading this earth. And that plague's called Islam. Islam. And it's spreading. And if you don't know about Islam, Islam does not allow Christians or anybody else to live. Let's just make it clear. Let's just get it out in the open. Islam does not allow for any other religion or faith to exist other than it. It must kill anything other than Islam. Okay? There it is. Pretty simple. I would call that a plague. If you told me there was some kind of virus spreading that was killing, would kill if it got near you, I'd call that a plague. There's a plague spreading. It's called Islam. But we can't say that. We can't say that. Lord, no. It's hate speech. Hate speech. But I dare anyone listening to my voice or anybody that's recorded my voice and trying to use my voice and what I've said in a recording to get me prosecuted, put in jail or hung or get my head cut off. I dare you. Show me one thing in the Quran that allows for my existence on this earth if I do not follow Islam. 5 minutes. Please, 5 minutes. $670. Please, somebody, please. Somebody, please help. As long as there's breath in my lungs, I'm going to tell it. And Obama and his Attorney General, Red Lynch, his Susan Rice, all of his men, they're not going to, as long as there's breath in me, they're not going to shut me down. No, they're not going to shut me up. They may shut me down, but they're not shutting me up. Hillary, you're not going to shut me up. You may shut me down, but you're not shutting me up. And in the 4 minutes I got left, if somebody will help, if y'all will help me, you have my word on this. Hillary, you will not be president of the United States unless you go through me, or should I say over me. So please, if you're there, help me. Help me live up to that third of my life pledge. Please, somebody. Somebody, please. We are 2 minutes and 30 seconds until I got to get off. So I hope you understand where we're at in this country. I truly hope you believe in the seriousness of the things I'm telling you, because I'm not making these things up. They are not coming from me. They do not originate from me. These are the things that are going on around you. You, it's your neighborhood, it's your children, it's your grandchildren, it's your life. Do like Chris told me once, a lady named Chris told me once, this is her chance so that years from now, if we win, she can say, I was there. I did my part. Please help. These things are real. This is coming unless we stop it. In oh so few weeks, we're going to saddle up and we are going to stop it. We are. Now please, think about the things I've said today. Think about them. Think about helping when the program goes off. Think about it. Just remember, it's your country, just like it is mine. It's yours. Fight for it. Fight for it. Scratch, claw, paw. Fight. With that, I'm out of here, folks. But Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard